So how long you been working here? Because I think I remember you from last year.
I was here last year, yeah. This is my third summer.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah, I just didn't work at the family camps my first summer.
Oh, okay. So is do you work?
So I reached my arm out to tag him. Right when he turned around, I slapped him in the cheek. Good.
Puedo ir a filmar, la gente está.
So happy. Sorry, I'm not watching her at all. Colton got one of the batons and it was so funny. Who's Colton? My younger boy.
What happened? Oh, you guys are so funny. I love that one. You guys are pretty. I'm all for
El Johnny se cayó. Sí, está ahí.
So do you make this art for like crafters and stuff like
I
that?
just sell them, like I've never done a fair before, I've never done a,
Most of the time because they want you there on Saturday and Sunday, and I
And
don't
they
do
also
things on
want-
Saturday.
Yeah.
But yeah, bronze.
what is it, bronze?
Pretty. I did
Orange?
bronze, like a burgundy
I need
pink,
more
and
green.
an orange, and then the black.
Covered up all the other stuff there.
Oh
I did
wow,
this one.
beautiful.
think it looks good.
Look at that.
So do you want to try to get more other colors?
Sorry.
I'm gonna do more right
Someone
now.
pass me a stick.
So
You want
First-
stick or straw?
she was teaching us we have to fill half a cup with color.
Oh, that's really cool. That's cool, I haven't seen one like that yet.
So is there yellow?
Yeah, yellow.
Yellow? Okay.
Yellow would be pretty.
And
Christmas green.
what other colors?
I was going for like fall is what I had in mind, like
A little
fall
ghost in the
colors.
middle.
But there's a lot of pink in there.
Did you say fall?
Yeah.
Did you say that?
I was going
Oh.
for fall.
So like here's yellow, here's like the red, you use this color, right?
Yes.
Somehow I got
You got bruises.
You're wearing it.
okay. So that was
So here's the yellow.
Yellow. Oh, that
I think she used this one and black.
Yeah, I use those two in black, and then I use.
You use the orange too?
Yeah,
I'll use
I
the
use
orange.
the bronze.
Oh yeah, I got her that one already.
and I guess black.
Yep.
Is this metallic too? What's that? I don't know what.
It's sparkly orange.
That's an orange. There's sparkly orange. There's this green, and then there's like a metallic version of this green.
Oh,
If you want something like that.
maybe for the next one.
Okay.
So
And then the black is mixed with acrylic pouring medium, so it looks gray, but it'll dry black.
okay, so this one. What do this one? Okay,
Here, if you want a
one,
little bit of
two,
one,
three.
I only like it with the green.
Now we
I'll
leave
just
it there for a little bit.
Well, then add more to it later.
Yeah,
It's in a
wait.
little tiny, like get a cup and put a little
Now
tiny
Oh
we
yeah, they said you can do that.
green. Okay.
I need a little bit of green and a little bit.
Ooh, that looks
Try with
good.
one color
Nice.
too.
Oh, it's looking pretty.
Yeah.
Look at mine. If this part isn't.
Yeah, that really did a lot of those cells. And then just the more it sits and adjusts, and the other colors will start coming up.
Cool. Oh, I like it. And then
It's turned very black, but it is gray.
Oh wow, that's a really cool one.
Did you do black already?
Not yet.
Oh. Wait.
Oops. That's gonna look pretty. Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna do it like Rose does it. She does it less messy. There. One, two. Wait, it's not that straight. Ah, stuck.
Oh wow!
That and then
I love
Oh,
it.
I like that color, the black and blue. That's pretty.
okay, don't lift up. Now leave it there.
And then that
for
teal
just a
starts
minute,
coming
and you
out.
can
See
move
that little
around.
teal bubble coming up?
Beautiful.
No, I probably didn't.
That looked like
Look at this.
space.
Doesn't look
Definitely
black.
didn't put enough.
No, she said it dries black.
That one.
Sorry.
Okay, I was wrong. You've been doing this forever, so you know.
Well, I don't.
Nice.
Sometimes the
It
paints
just
are
felt
a
like it
little-
was too much, and then I tried less, and then it's like way less.
Okay, can I lift it up now, Mom?
Yes. I think some of the paints are a
Oh
little
my
bit
gosh, it's
lighter.
like glue.
There you go.
Whoa.
See how cool
So,
it is? Look at
That
that.
is
You're going
so
to
Oh my gosh, don't be messing
let
with
me
it.
to do
That's
one?
awesome.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That is amazing.
I need only three
Wait,
colors.
Don't go. Don't go.
It's okay, don't worry about it.
Okay, but
Oh,
you
that's
have
the
to
coolest
fill
one I've
half
ever
of the cup.
seen.
Okay.
That's what I wanted mine to turn out like ish. And if you want it
And
to
then
go
in
on
here
that
with this
side,
breeze and the
Mhm.
heat, these are drying a little faster for a couple minutes.
Yay! Ready?
Because I
Yeah.
can see that
So I will
stuff
do
on there.
your Nena
Her way.
technical weight or whatever. This is two. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, that looks pretty good.
I got one that had paint on it.
Oh,
Oh.
it's okay.
I might have got
It's all right. So I need to let it go.
How'd you do that one?
Oh, it's kind
Kind
of
of quick. Well, maybe
So this
push
one I
it.
pre-painted the black,
right there.
and then I poured it
Ready?
in a zigzag,
Yep.
and then just kind of stretched it.
Oh, that looks great, Mom.
All right, so what I'm gonna do on my last.
Maybe tip
Cool.
it
That
this
looks
way a
like
little.
a,
Oh,
that
really?
looks like
That's
a
neat.
Monet or something. That
Yeah.
looks
Sorry.
really cool.
Maybe you hold it. You hold it.
Like, your
Yeah,
orange
that
one
looks
kinda like a
gorgeous.
galaxy.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
So
I
that-
love it,
cover that
puppy.
corner.
I love
but,
yours.
Like the mixing that you did is like awesome, but I wouldn't mix it any more than that because it might get too muddled. But
That
that
looks
is really cool.
nice.
Yeah.
So this was one of them.
I will need the little
Do you need a? Do you want this?
Yeah.
Yeah, it still counts if you get hit back there.
It does or doesn't? It's just gonna be really hard to hit you. So.
Well, don't be so
They don't go
sure.
that far.
Oh boy.
If you get hit, still counts.
Yeah.
What was your name again? Jonathan. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
really good. Good mathematics.
I like it.
Huh?
Their father came in so far.
Nice catch.
2 to 5.
2 to 5.
Go back. Go Manuel.
Remember, catching arrows is 2 points for your team.
Catch an arrow, guys.
What?
That's my father came down there. 6'2". I caught it.
Oh, he caught it?
He caught one.
They caught it.
4 to 5.
Yeah, 4-5. 5-5. It's tied up. 5-5.
5-5.
Go, go, go.
That's up there. Yeah, it's
Keep 'em flying.
the high ground there.
5-5.
Good dodge.
If you hit someone's bow,
Ooh.
that counts.
It's close.
Three.
Oh, he got hit. 6-5.
Oh, another one. Good.
7-5. I think the berries are good.
Yeah, this is fair now. Now this is a fair game. I know. Good play, loser.
Got him.
Is that 8-5?
Yeah.
8-5, okay.
Oh, oh, he got it.
You caught it?
Yeah.
7-5?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, you know, these have little tiny kids. And they're just standing behind the barriers.
Fishy! Who's got a fishy? You love fish. You gonna just you setting it down? Open the box. Open the box.
Crack the box.
On your shoulder, bring the box. Put down the top box. Open the box. Open the jar.
Open your bag, put your worms.
Worm. Okay. The wormy worm on the fishy. Wait. Put some be on the hook.
Yes.
Be on the hooky. Put up.
Two worms.
Reel it in. Wait. Gotta pull. Oh, you got another duck, even sharper one. Oh, wow. Oh, he's got a fish. He's got a fish. Throw back into the fit lake and look big enough. More bait. Put it in the run basket. Reel it in. He's hungry. You got his stomach ache. Here's Bush.
Yeah? It's a fear of something. Are you guys really, really afraid of something? Spiders? Anyone else? Snakes? Bees? Yeah, bit alone in the dark? I've got a story for you there. You know what my husband's phobia is? Putting you on the spot. He's afraid of frogs, especially the big ones. And even more, yeah, and even more those toads that got warts all over and those bulging eyes and those toads that go. So, on our first date ever, we were like friends and we were gonna go on our first date and we were gonna meet, and it had just stormed. And as I walked over to meet him, I saw a frog jumping by the road. I caught it and put it in my pocket. I took it to him and he was all happy, and I'm like, hey, I got a gift for you. He's like, really? All happy. Like, yeah, I didn't know he had this phobia. I had no idea, you know. We were just starting the date, our first date. So I'm like, okay, give me your hand and close your eyes. And he gives me his hand, and I put the frog in his hand. And he screamed, and then there was a fountain. Thank God there was a fountain there, because he threw the frog in the fountain and it swam away. So good place for the frog to land. I'm like, careful with the frog, don't hurt it. He's like, who cares about the frog? So anyways, that was one phobia, and he thankfully got over it because he still married me. So it's good if we are able to get over our phobias. But here's a story of a phobia. And first of all, do you guys think God has a sense of humor? Like, he thinks some things are funny and he can maybe even prank us? God pranked me really bad once, and I fell for it so bad. I'm going to tell you that story. I was 14, and I was a little young, but I went as an exchange student to Argentina. And even though I was a little young, I was 14, I liked this boy. But this boy was very nice to me. And I left crying. It was a volleyball tournament going on in the college in Argentina. And I was so hurt that I left and I went out to cry. I didn't want anyone to see me. And kids, don't ever do this, but it was 10 p.m. My grandparents they lived in that village, but they didn't know what I was doing. I left to the middle of the field at night, no flashlight, to cry it off. And I walked and walked and walked. It was full moon, so I could kind of see where I was going. And then I ended up sitting at the end of a tree line on the last tree. I sat by the tree and cried and cried and cried. And that tree was nice. It wasn't like the one that fell on me and broke my leg, but this tree was nice. It didn't do anything. And so I was there crying. And then I got tired of crying, and I'm like, God, if you're there, I'd like you to help me with this, because I don't want to cry anymore. I want to be happy again. And so, I don't know, please help me. And as soon as I was doing that, I prayed that, I felt, I froze. And then, when my hair was blowing, and I look back, and I see a face this big, and it was black, and I screamed, ah! And then I hear, moo! And then it screamed louder than me. I didn't know that could happen, but the poor cow screamed louder than me and took off running to the milking station, which was a mile away. And I just remember it running and mooing the whole time, and the udders swinging under the moonlight, going all the way down. And then I was shocked, and I started laughing. I'm like, oh, I totally forgot I had been crying, and the reason I was laughing and laughing, I'm like, look at that. And then all of a sudden I hear something broke behind me. I'm like, oh no. And I see 30 cows that are frozen, like, looking at me. And I'm like, seriously? Okay. Boom. And all the cows went, moo! You know, a choir, at night, moo! I didn't know they could sing in unison. And they all left running straight to the milking station too, like telling the other cow to, hold on, wait for me, They all ran towards the first cow, who was still mooing down in the distance. So, and then I laughed and I was like, wow, God, that is one way to answer my prayers. I am not depressed anymore. I was just laughing so hard. And yeah, it was still scary. So I don't recommend you guys doing that. Tell an adult where you're going, and don't do that unless, you got someone. And take a flashlight.